No. If he thinks he can get the better of me, he's quite wrong, the little wimp. Now, where was I? Yes, I remember. It's the prologue. And this is my big bit. My lords, ladies, and gentlemen, may I welcome you to this evening's entertainment. You will see paraded before you actors of the greatest caliber. For your delight and delectation. I used to do this when I was master of ceremonies at the music hall, don't you know? For your delight and delectation, we, the players of Hartland, present a pantomime of the very highest order. Let yourselves be transported into the realms of the fantastic, not only into the kingdom of Hartlandia, but come with me on gossamer wings into fairyland.
Aurora, and I trust that you have all prepared a wish for her on this very special day.
Yes, Fairy Godmother.
Oh, Fairy Godmother, I've even washed my hands and face.
And that means even nothing's today's important time.
It must be. The last time that happened was when she got told off for handling the fruit in the shamrock.
Mind you, I think that was fair. She was helping at her scared, cleaning out the oil tins.
Oh, don't keep on with Nuff, you'll upset her.
Now come along, that's enough of that. Now have you all got wands?
Yes, Fairy Godmother.
I've lost my Fairy Godmother.
Oh, don't cry, Nuff. Here, have mine. I've got a spare one. Now come along, let's all keep together. We don't want any late arrivals at such a special event.
Tiddly-dee, a fairy's life for me. A silver wand and a magic dress, my pretty face and my cheerfulness. Hi, tiddly-doo, we laugh the whole way through. We laugh at this and we laugh at that.
Now come along, Penelope. Come along. I don't know why you're fiddling with that cradle, Penelope. Anybody could do that. That's the easy part. I could do it myself. But of course, I've got to look after the baby.
You're always telling me how you are better than I am, just because I'm a student.
Well, it's true. Anything you can do, I can do better. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Anything you can be, I can be greater. Sooner or later, I'm greater than you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
I can shoot a partridge with a single cartridge.
I can get a sparrow with a bow and arrow.
I can live on bread and cheese.
Only on that?
Yes.
So can a rat. Anything you can sing, I can sing sweeter. I can sing anything sweeter than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Right. We'll put this to the test. Now, any jump you can jump, I can jump higher. I can jump any jump higher than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Oh,
I can jump hurdle while you have to wear a girdle.
I can knit a sweater and can fill it better.
I can do most anything.
Can you bake a pie?
No.
Neither can I. Any note you can sing, I can sing longer. I can sing any note longer than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, yes, I can. Oh dear.
Oh, thank goodness, Hortensia. I thought I was going to be late. Now, what is it we're doing today? Is it the Carnival Committee meeting? Or some do of the WIs? Although if I hear one more chorus of Jerusalem, I don't know.
No, today's the christening.
The christening. Who is being christened?
The christening of Princess Aurora, the daughter of King Igor and Queen Spendelot. Look, she's over there.
Well, I don't see her. The last time I saw Queen Spendelot, she was going into her private chambers.
Oh, no,
to get ready.
you silly man. When I said she was over there, I didn't mean she was over there. I meant she was over there.
Well, who are we talking about? Who is over where?
The little princess, you dimwit!
Be quiet. Be quiet. You're addressing the Royal Herald, a very important person.
Quite so, young lady. Kindly remember who I am and what a very important person I am. I am what
Have some Linctus.
Ooh, rather nice. Yes. Perhaps I would have another one. Much better. Now, try it again.
I am what I am. I am my own. Give me the look on your face. It's my world that I want to have a little pride in. My world, and it's not a place I have to hide in. Life's not fun and till you can say, hey, would I am what I am. I am what I am. I don't want praise. I don't want pity. I bang my own drum. Some think it's noise. I think it's pretty. And so, if I love each other and we spend more, why not try and see things from a different angle? Your life is a sham till you can say, hey, what I am, what I am. I am what I am, and what I am needs no left to say. I deal my own death, sometimes yes, sometimes reduces. It's my life, and there's no reason and no deposit. Well, so it's time to open up your closet. Life might worth a damn till you can say, hey, what I am, what I
Now, calm down, Haggis. She's only a student. She hasn't yet acquired the grace and elegance of us more mature ladies and gentlemen.
Grace and elegance? What a vivid imagination she has.
Well, quite so, but I can't stand here talking all day. I've got things to arrange. Which member of the WI was being christened?
No, didn't want any help with this at all. Not so that we waited it.
Give us it here, I'll take it.
Look, when you left home, you deprived the village of a perfectly good idiot, didn't you?
No, just like yourself. Give us it here.
I'll put the damn thing down your
Oh, two such handsome gentlemen. I don't know whether I can cope with both of you at once.
Well, that's all right. We'll cut that by half. He's much more your type.
Oh, thanks very much. Just what I wanted and needed. The old battle axe.
What did he say, Penelope?
He said he'd wondered if you'd met the man from the income tax.
The man from the income tax? Oh, surely you must know that as a superstar like myself, I don't deal with my own income tax. I have an accountant to deal with that. No, the much more important matter tonight is which one of you, after the christening, is taking me to the ball.
He is. I mean, I'd love to. I really would, Hortensia, but getting out of bed this morning, you know those silly slip mat things? I know what they call a slip mat now. Because I fell over, twisted my ankle, and now I can barely walk. Never mind run about and dance or sing.
Well, in that case, Chips, you're the lucky man.
Lucky? Lucky's more like it.
Well, normally it would be a great honour and a great pleasure to escort you, Hortensia. But I think I've got a boil coming up what was somewhat rather embarrassing. And walking or even dancing tonight will be out of the question.
A boil? Oh, let me see. Whereabouts is it? Can I help you?
Oh, no need for that, Hortensia. You've got far more better things to do than to see to my boil.
She could always lance it. There's boiling hot poultice on it.
Oh, can I watch?
No. Please do not do that. I'll just retire to my bed for the day.
Oh, hold it. No, you don't. Oh, no. You stay up. You'll miss the christening otherwise.
Well, after the christening, maybe I could retire to my bed.
Well, if you do have to go to your bed, let me know, because I could come and help you with your ablutions.
Yes, Hortensia could give you a bed bath.
Oh, can I watch that as well?
Oh, no, stop it, all of you. We've got to get this room ready for the christening. It's going to be a swell party, you know.
Have you heard amongst this clan, I've been called the newcomer man.
Well, did you ever?
What a swell party this is.
Have you heard that Nancy Johns caught someone eating the Abbey scones?
Well, I never. What a swell party this is. I'll drink to your health.
No, we'll drink to our wealth.
You're my bon ami and liberty fraternity.
Have you heard that Barbara Jones got pinched again up at Cumber Homes?
Again? Well, I never. What a swell party this is. Have you been told about Bill Sleeve? Thinks he's as rich as they used to believe.
Well, did you ever?
What a swell party this is. It'll be grand, so grand.
What soup? What fish?
That beef, what a dish.
That grouse so rare,
that can.
Have you heard this in the stars? Next July we collide with Mars.
Well, did you ever? What a swelling and elegant party this is.
Oh, let's get We've got to get the room ready. The king will be very annoyed if it's not ready, and he's not in a very good mood as it is.
Why? What's the matter?
Well, I saw him get a letter this morning. You know, one of those brown ones with an envelope, you know, with a window in it. Income tax or pensions or give us your money. I think it was from the bank manager, this one, though. I have a vague feeling that the Queen has been overspending yet again.
Well, let's see. Now, where's the flowers? Let me have a look. Oh, yes, the flowers are over there. They're okay. Oh, the cushions. What about the cushions,
yeah.
Steve?
Cushions! Thank you. Right, now, what about the drink of water for the King?
Oh, right. I'll go and get that.
Yeah, and while you're at it, don't forget the Queen has to have her gin and tonic. You know what she's like.
Yes.
Oh, well, if you're getting a gin and tonic for the Queen, perhaps you could get one for me. Not that I'd want you to think I drink very much, just a little tot here and there, you know.
No, just a bit here and then a tiny bit down there.
Here we are. His drinks. I'll put them on the table here. And Green are on their way.
Make way for their majesties, King Igor of Hartlandia and Queen Spendelot.
Oh, my dear little Aurora. Oh, my sweet little baby. Oh, what have you done to my dear little Aurora? What have you done with Hortensia? Why is she in that ghastly, that old-fashioned, that...
What's the matter, Your Majesty?
Why is she in that Marks and Spencer's all in one? You know we sold our shares in M&S when that dreadful Philip Green asked to be a godfather.
Oh, he's a godfather, all right.
Well, you see, I thought, well, Penelope thought, that as she was going to be the goddaughter of Philip Green, perhaps we should dress her in Marks and Spencer's so that she would be supporting the firm. How were we to know the bid would fail?
Oh, remove the child this instant and look in the chest marked BHS.
What cupboard is that? Baby's happy suit?
Be quiet, Penelope. The Queen's very angry and things could get worse. Certainly, Your Majesty, I'll go and change her dress straight away. I have to say that had I dressed her, this wouldn't have happened. But Penelope did it. And you can't trust students, can you?
Oh, this is all very inconvenient. One has too many other things to think about. Now, nurse, do hurry up, please. And remember, BHS, not M&S.
Certainly, Your Majesty.
Come along, now. Off we go, off we go. My dear, now that they've all gone, we really must have a little tete-a-tete about our finances, our funds, our privy purse, our pounds, and even, one is afraid to say, our pennies. This morning we had a little letter from the bank.
Good, you know that. Yeah. The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big stand-up, good-looking, so refined. And wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? So let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every man I see. A big spender, spend a little time with me. Yeah. Wouldn't you like to have fun, fun, fun? How's about a few laughs, laughs? I could show you a good time. Let me show you a good time. The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender, good looking, so refined. Wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? So let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every man I see. A big spender, a big spender, bank. Oh, I do hope he's not going to start on about economising. I've just bought a new dress. I've got to find the right moment to tell him. Oh dear, you look a little tense. Would you like your lovey-dovey to give our sweetie-weetie a little rub with essential oil?
Oh, yes. One means no, don't start that. You know it makes me go all... Look. The bank manager has written OD all the way down the page of our statement.
Oh dear.
No, overdrawn. They simply won't cash any more of our checks.
Oh, but that's ridiculous. We've got loads of checks left. Look, there's lots in this book.
But they're no use, my love, if the bank won't honour them.
Oh, well, if they're just going to be silly, we'll go to another bank.
It doesn't work like that. You have to have enough cash in the bank to cover the checks that you write. And we have no cash. We're out of funds. We're broke, skint, polo mint in Dickie's Meadow, Queer Street. Don't you realise there are going to be hard times ahead?
Oh, don't say Tony Blair's been elected again.
Oh, Tony Blair, Howard UKIP, Charlie Kennedy, what difference does it make?
Say that again.
Well, Tony Blair, Howard UKIP... Well, politics aside, we really do have to tighten our belts.
Tighten our belts? Tighten our belts? Oh dear, I really should have gone to Weight Watchers.
No. When one says tighten our belts, one is speaking metaphorically.
Meta-whattily? Speak English, will you? We don't want any of that Frenchy stuff around here. Oh, you know I don't understand foreign languages. How was I to know last year in France that ensuite wasn't the pudding?
Dear. No. When one says tighten our belts, what doesn't mean tighten our belts? One means tighten our belts. Well, you know I worship the ground you walk on like turtle dove, but you have simply got to.
Got to?
Well, might. Trying to stop spending money?
Oh, well, if that's all it is, of course I'll stop spending money.
What a relief. Thank you, my love.
I'll just put it on credit, like I did with my new dress.
Your new dress? But you already have hundreds of new dresses. Why on earth have you bought yet another new dress?
Well, you never know. There might be a soiree at the Shamrock, or a hip-hop at the Heart.
Oh, dear, a soiree at the Shamrock, a hip-hop at the Heart. The only night out we're likely to have is bingo at the WI, and then only if we can afford the price to get in.
Oh, don't worry about that. I know Jean the treasurer. Well, like that. Besides, we own the hall. They're hardly likely to refuse entry to the proprietors, the king, and the queen.
No. We did own the hall, but like the Anchor, the Legion, and even my own arms, we're mortgaged up to the hilt. We even had to let the Stukelys back into the Abbey. Look, I'm sorry to say this, my love, but apart from the pavilion rent and family credit and the small amount we make from the telephone box in 4th Street, we are on the rocks. I mean, maybe things will improve when the traffic wardens start to collect fines for parking in 4th Street.
I thought the parish council had got their eye on that.
Oh, yes, I'd completely forgotten. Oh, well, there's nothing for it. We shall just have to wait until our little Aurora is big enough to marry a prince. But let's just hope there are some rich princes about by then. Our daughter. I completely forgot the christening. The guests will be here at any moment. Where is that herald? Haggis! Where are you?
I'll hang on to this, just in case.
Come forth, all ye invited citizens, to the christening of her most illustrious, magnificent, beautiful, and serene highness, the Princess Aurora. Yes.
We'll call it quits. Well, you just been bothering me yet again. Yes, you did.
Did I
Wouldn't
take
trust
your
you to
money?
do a damn thing.
Did I?
I should find you also the brain matter for your picnic.
Absolute rubbish. No. All
You-
lies.
No, it's not all lies, it's you. You're just you're just dishonest, you are. You tell as many lies as the general election manifesto
And why
you
not?
do.
Why
So
not?
I tell you, you've just robbed me of some more pocket money,
You-
and I want it back.
You took on the bet.
Be quiet, you serfs. Don't you realise their majesties will be here at any moment?
That's if you can tell the time and that. Is it working?
Agnes, you're a pretty intelligent fellow, aren't you?
Well, if you put it like that, yes, I am.
Well, in that case, we've got just a teeny-weeniest bit of a challenge for you.
Yes. I bet you £1 that you can't answer every question I ask you with the word donuts.
The word donuts
That's the one.
Donuts.
in answer to every question.
That's right.
Mhm.
Oh, simple, my dear fellow.
You are.
Make it a fiver.
Oh,
right.
yeah. All right, you're on now. Right, Chips, you going to hold the
I'll
money?
hold the money.
Right. Let's got some money here. Got some moths as well. Right. God dear me. That's your fiver, is it? Let's make sure it's a real one.
Yeah. that's
Right,
the
there's
one.
mine.
There you go.
Just hang on to them. We'll
Yeah.
nip down the heart in a few minutes' time.
Right.
Right then. Are you ready?
Yes.
Well, that's
you
a,
lost that
that's a
now,
perfect
buddy.
fiver, isn't it?
Say
No bother at all.
Oh,
it's
That's
easy.
not fair. I didn't realise you'd started.
Hard luck. Do you want to try again? Right, here we go then. Here's another fiver.
Thank you.
Right.
Well, come on.
Come on.
Come on.
I suppose we have to bail her out in a minute, aren't we?
That's
Well,
better.
that was a
That's
struggle,
better.
wasn't it? Right then. Are you ready this time?
Donuts.
Oh, very clever, yes, very clever. You're starting to get the hang of this now, aren't you?
Oh, indeed I
More money for us.
All
am.
again.
This is stupid.
No,
you
you are.
keep putting me off. One more go, and this time I'm so confident I'll bet you £20 if you dare.
What do you reckon?
What do you reckon? Shall we take him
Take
on?
it on.
Is he worth it? Can we get another few quid out of him?
Right.
We'll be all right for going down the heart short, down the queue as well. Right. £20. Make sure it's real. I haven't seen one of those for God knows how long. Right. You'll have to make do with what I've got here. Right, that's 5.
5,
And that's 10.
10,
And that's 15.
15,
And you'll notice in Hartland here we still have pound notes. We don't have all that shrapnel rubbish. 16, 17, 18, 19. And that's the one we've looking for.
20.
20.
Right.
Right then. Here we go for £20. Are you ready?
Donuts.
Oh, very good, very good. You definitely start to think you've got the hang of this now, don't you?
Donuts. They've got no chance. I'm far too clever for them.
So you think. Right, Agus, what have I got in this bag then?
Donuts.
She's right, they are. Donuts. Bought this morning from the post office stores. Only 2 weeks out of being sell by date, but they should be well edible. Right then.
Would you prefer the donuts or the money?
Donuts.
Right,
You gross, come back. I'll get you.
Once lords, ladies, fellow Hartonians, and lesser guests, we are gathered here today to witness the christening of our dear little daughter, Princess Aurora, of whom we are so proud. She is... Where is the princess? Where is she?
She'll be along in a minute. Don't panic, don't panic. Been a slight altercation down the back there, that's all, and they're going to have to change her, they think. It smells rather like when Vic Goldman has been spreading slurry on a Sunday morning again. Oh, phew!
Phew. I thought we'd managed to drag in quite a good crowd.
My dear,
Oh, we do not wish to know that. Well, I hope they come soon. Herd's coaches are out there, crammed full with fairies from Fairyland, and we mustn't keep them waiting.
Fairies from Fairyland? What a clever little queen you are. They're bound to bring us some rather nice gifts, and maybe even a little bit of cash.
Your Majesties, please welcome the arrival of your baby daughter, Aurora.
Ah, that's better. And I see you dressed her in her proper clothes now.
Look, everyone, here come the fairies bringing their magic from Fairyland.
Lovely. Oh, are they beautiful?
Dear fairy.
I didn't know about Fairyland. The one at the back looks as though she's come from Legoland.
Oh, cut the cackle, nurse. Do be quiet. Welcome, oh gentle nymphs, from the magical glade of Legoland, Fairyland.
Oh, listen to the king, so poetic how he greets the fairies.
Your Majesties, we come this day from land afar. We bring your daughter greeting. Our gifts we shower upon this babe at this our happy meeting.
I bring her the gift of beauty fair, a face serene and blessed. Her eyes are blue, and beauty her skin will ever be caressed. I grant her the gift of learning, and intelligence much the same. Her thinking and future planning will see her make her name. I give her mirth and laughter to enjoy the whole day through. Wherever she goes, whatever she does will be joy for her and you. Her skills will be abundant, her talent far and wide. Wherever she lives, you may be sure their talent will abide. I know this is not much to offer, but I'm sure that this will do. Her present and loving kindness will be matched by a very few.
My gift is...
What have we here? A jolly little party. Oh, look. Little fairies and courtiers. Oh, and a king and a queen. Oh, tell me, Iggy. You don't mind if I call you Iggy? Iggy, are we celebrating something? Yes. Then tell me, why has everyone been invited? Except me!
Gorgona, what brings you here on this happy occasion? Nobody invited you, since we all thought and hoped you'd been banished to the land of ne'er return.
Yes, so you thought, and so did all these other nice people. Well, you underestimated my powers. 4 years ago, I was incarcerated.
Well, that accounts for the way you walk so funny, doesn't it?
Imprisoned, you imbecile. Imprisoned. In a place of hellish isolation.
Not the recreation ground pavilion.
Far worse.
You didn't know there was a worse place.
Oh, yeah. Far worse. Worse than the parish hall. Worse than the recycling shed.
worse than the heart, and the king's arms and the anchor all rolled into one. For 4 years, 48 months, 208 weeks, 1,567 days, 34...
Hang on a minute, that should be 1,556 days.
Are you trying to be funny?
No, of course not. It's not my turn.
Well, that's a relief, dear. You're trying to be funny, you're in the wrong pantomime. You wait till I speak to my agent. Oh, well, back into character. No! You miserable little worms. There was a leap year. And note that I made all these sums without the benefit of a calculator. The advantages of a grammar school education. No! I have spent all this time in a dark and dismal barn at Yapham, surrounded by all those bloody cats, planning and plotting my return. And what do I find when I make my big comeback? 2 broken down royals on 2 broken down thrones. Not Bob Seymour's best efforts, I don't think. In a dilapidated castle, heavily mortgaged, no doubt. Oh, yes, and their simpering, whimpering child being fawned over by a group of clodhopping fairies and a motley collection of second-rate courtiers in their Oxfam cast-offs, barely able to recite the alphabet. Who does he think he is? Who do I think I am? They don't know who I am. I'll tell you who I am. I am Gorgona the Gruesome, Prince of Darkness. Now all the more powerful after 4 years, 48 months, 200 and...
Sure you don't want to borrow the calculator?
No, I don't! Put it away! No, I have been plotting and planning. And I heard you! You and your fairies giving this royal brat your second-rate gifts. Laughter. Learning. Please, this is the Bedford College catchment area. Who are you kidding? Talents and skills. Oh, yes, and what was that one? Oh, yes. Loving kindness. Makes me sick. Now I've got a gift for this royal brat that she'll never forget. Some malevolent mood music mistress, if you please. Is that it?
That's it.
Well, don't give up the day job, dear. I summon up, by all the powers of darkness, a gift so cruel to carry out my evil vow that Aurora shall never rule. For when she reaches 18, her blood will run rich and red. She'll prick her finger on a spinning wheel, and then she will be dead.
Oh, my poor little Aurora! Please, someone, help me!
No one can help her. Now my curse is cast, my evil done, and so I bid you fond farewell, dear king and queen, and everyone. Come, my little imps, let us go and do something really nasty. Don't shake things, yes.
Hearken unto me, all you who stand in fear. All is not lost, though tragedy is here. The gifts are given, except for mine. Now through this gloom and darkness, my magic light will shine. I cannot stop Gorgona's curse, but it I can amend. The cruelty seems beyond repair, but I can see an end. Indeed, Aurora will prick her hand, but death no end shall make. For 100 years she'll sleep at least, till a prince his maid awake.
Oh, thank you, fairy godmother. In 100 years, when she awakes, we'll all be gone, and this little babe will be all alone.
Oh, goodly nurse, how well you think. Your kindly thoughts have touched me deep. To keep in time this gentle court, with her you all will sleep.
Fairy godmother, one will award you the Nobel Prize for magic just as soon as it's invented. How can we thank you?
Take great care and think how you can protect this babe. Now it is time for us to leave you. Look after this baby princess, all of you. Come, my dears.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You must issue a decree to all the people.
Yes, of course. One must issue a decree. Oh, Haggis. Yes, hurry down and take this up, will you? No, hurry up and take this down. Now, how shall one begin?
I, King of Hartlandia.
Oh, yes. I, King of Hartlandia, Count of Clavelli, Wolfhard of Wolsey, Baron Bude, Earl of... Oh, Haggis, one assumes you know all of one's titles. Yes,
The evil Gorgona
Oh, yes. The evil Gorgona
has put a curse on the Princess Aurora.
has put a curse on the Princess Aurora, and so...
Spinning wheels.
Oh, yes, one decrees that spinning wheels are rather naughty.
Forbidden.
Oh, yes, spinning wheels are forbidden.
Must be destroyed.
Oh, yes, spinning wheels are forbidden and must be destroyed, or else one will become a little cross. No. Anyone found with a spinning wheel
Will be guilty of treason.
will be guilty of treason and will receive a severe ticking off.
The death penalty.
The death penalty. I say, that's a little bit far, isn't it?
No.
Oh, well, there one is then. Oh, Haggis, look, do make sure everyone knows. There's a good chap.
And be quick about it.
Then I've heard what the Queen said. You be jolly quick about it. And make sure especially you tell those wild Cumber Holmesians. Come along, my dear.
Such a lovely party, especially as they have allowed me to play my favourite game of sardines. But I must tell you that I am being rather naughty, since my father, King Agor, doesn't usually allow me up to this part of the castle. But the attic is such a good place to hide. And my friends will never find me up here. Well, at least not until I want them to. Oh, but how I wish some prince could come and find me.
Maybe one day I'll find happiness. Someday my prince will come. Someday I'll find my love, and how thrilling that moment will be when the prince of my dreams comes to me. He'll whisper, "I love you," and steal a kiss or two, though he's far away. I'll find my love someday, someday when my dreams come true. Someday my prince will come, someone to call my own, and I know at the moment we meet, my heart will start skipping the beats. Someday when spring is here, I'll find a love so dear, though he's far away. I'll find my love someday, someday when my dreams come true. Someday my prince will come, someone to call my own, and away to his castle we'll go, to be happy forever, I know. Someday when spring is here, I'll find a love so dear, though he's far away. I'll find my love someday, someday when my dreams come true. Anyway, there are lots of old interesting things up here. What's this, I wonder? Gosh! This looks like one of those fables I've seen in storybooks. Something to do with a wish or other. I wonder how it works. Ouch! That hurt. It's a sort of needle, and it's making me feel so drowsy. What's happening? I don't think I can.
Is that all you have in the way of booze? Well, you know how much I like booze, preferably out of a bottle, of course. My evil plan has succeeded. Oh, I have waited a long time for this, as Camilla said to Prince Charles. Aurora has pricked her finger on a spinning wheel and is dead. Soon I shall force her father, the king, to hand over all power to me, and I shall reign supreme over the whole kingdom. Ah, yes!
Quickly, my dears, carry Princess Aurora into her grand hall. Hurry now, for soon everyone will fall into a deep sleep, and 100 years of waiting will begin.
Irish reflection somewhere. As you'll see, although he's a splendid companion, he can be a little big-headed, to say the least.
You know, this is quite a cool place. Hey, I'm sure I've been here before. Check it out.
Stunning. I didn't think it would be such a hard journey home after our victory, but I fear the storms have washed us up on foreign shores. We must journey on until we find a place to rest.
Oh, I do hope that'll be soon, Your Highness. We've only a bit of water left. There's but an apple left to share between us, and that is not cool.
Such brambles as I've never seen. You'd have thought they'd be growing here for 100 years or more.
Hey, through there. Is it a castle or a gateway to a keep?
Yes, I think you're right, Castane. I think it's a castle. Maybe we can find shelter and food there. Let's push on.
So, my wish has come true. A prince has come to rescue Princess Aurora and all her family and court. If the prince wakens the princess, all will be as it was when she fell asleep. Come, my dears, let us move into the palace and guide Prince Lorient on his way, and hope that true love and happiness will come again to the land of Hartlandia.
My little imps. Aren't they wonderful? After only one term at the small school. Ah, my dear naive fairy godmother. A case of over-ambition, for my evil will still defeat you. Now, when you lot have stopped complaining about the quality of the draw prizes, I'll tell you my evil plan. I shall let them all come back to life and start to enjoy themselves, and then I shall strike, and this time I shall succeed. Nothing can stop me, not even the parish hall committee. Now, my little imps, gather round your Uncle Gorgona, and I will tell you the secret of my success. I could have been anything that I wanted to be, but don't it make your heart glad that I decided to be so misguided? I became the best at being bad. I could have been anything that I wanted to be, with all the talent I have. No need to train, I'm nasty and profane. Evil, spiteful, always lying, I'm so bad it's petrified, rotten to the core. My congratulations, no one likes me anymore. Of bad guys, I'm the very worst. Totally contemptible, criticized and cursed. I made the big time, malicious and mad. I became the best at being bad. I could have been anything that I wanted to be. I took the easy way out. No need to train, I'm nasty and profane. Evil, spiteful, always lying, I'm so bad I'm petrifying. I could have been anything that I wanted to be, with all the talent I had. I'm mad and manic, supremely satanic. I'm the very best at being bad. I'm the very best at being bad. I'm the very best at being bad. I'm the very best at being bad.
seem to be asleep. Or are they dead?
No, they're asleep. This one is snoring. Can't you hear it?
I've had a strange feeling about this place ever since we landed at the quay. Haven't you felt that it was a special place? Almost enchanted. Almost as though we were meant to be here, to meet someone special.
Hey! Cut that! We don't want any of that slack music around here. We want something cool, like a rap.
Well, that's not suitable for a prince.
Forget about all your Prince leadership stuff and relax. Check out the beat. We found this castle in a real wild place with the weeds around. It's a real disgrace to the dame over there. She's asleep in dew with a face like a horse.
Now that's awfully rude.
See the queen on the chair, yes, it was so cool, and then the king there beside her. Well, I bet he can't rule. It's a freaky place. Wish we hadn't come. It's on my way down here, right up on my...
Don't say it.
Anyway, as you were saying, the key did appear very odd. I've heard some strange tales about these lands, but I don't want to scare the prince. He's not as sophisticated as me.
You know, I felt a certain weirdness when we cut our way through what at one time must have been the main road. One pavement so much higher than the other. And such oddly named buildings. I saw one called Poppin.
Yeah, I saw that. With all the dead plants in the windows and outside. I reckon they sold them for highly inflated prices. Pretty cool. Did you see that one called Shamrock?
Yes, although there's dried up fruits and vegetables in the window.
Ugh. I saw one called the Pantry something, but I couldn't read it because the paint was peeling off. Looked like a right old dump to me.
I say, Castello, look here at this old croony. What do you think she was? Isn't she ugly?
Ugh. Probably a gatekeeper to scare away unwanted visitors. But wow, look at this babe next to her. She is cool. If she were alive, she'd be putty in my hands. I'd pull her no trouble.
I do wish you wouldn't use such common expressions, Castello. You mean you would like to woo her?
Woo her? Pull her? What's the difference? Doesn't matter anyway. Don't look like I'll get the chance.
Oh, Castello, look here at this sleeping beauty on the couch. If only she were alive, I'd fight to make her mine.
Well, you won't have to. Why don't you bend down and give her a kiss? Just pretend she's yours.
Well, do you think I should?
Yeah? All these people are asleep and I'm not going to tell.
Oh.
Where am I? Oh, who are you and what are you doing here?
What's going on? What's been happening? Haggis? What's all this about?
Well, I really couldn't say, Your Majesty. I think we must have dozed off.
Oh, no. I wouldn't have dozed off. Not on duty. She might have done.
No, I didn't. Your Majesty, I think it's the fairy wishes that have caused trouble. Do you remember that Gorgona put a spell on the princess, but the fairy godmother spoke of sleep rather than death being outcome?
Yes, student nurse, what a wonderful student nurse you are. You are indeed right. What a clever girl you are.
And beautiful, if I may be so bold. What's your name, babe? Penelope. I'm a student nurse learning my profession under Nurse Hortensia. Which is not a very nice place to be, I can tell you.
Your Majesty, I have come to your land by chance, but find myself overwhelmed by the beauty of your daughter, and I can tell that she feels the same about me.
Oh, I do. It's as if my prince has come.
I have come to your shores after a long and victorious struggle. My name is Prince Laureate. I have wealth and will one day inherit the whole of the kingdom of Kilcampton.
Kilcampton? Oh, a foreigner?
Oh, do be quiet, nurse. Oh, please carry on, young sir.
My companion, the Duke of Castano, and I come to your kingdom after suffering shipwreck. We've managed to bring with us captured chests of gold and jewels, which I can offer as a dowry for your daughter's hand. That is if she will have me.
Oh, nothing would please me more. My handsome prince who overcame the power of magic spells. So handsome.
And so rich.
I think this calls for a photograph somehow. Come on then, gather round, get yourselves ready. Right then, you ready? Hold it.
All lined up in a special group, here we are for a photograph. We're all dressed up in our dashing clothes and trying not to laugh. Since the earliest gentleman in his birth took a trip to Gretna Green, there's always been a photographer to record the happy scene.
Hold it.
Holding flash bang, what a picture, what a picture, what a photograph. Pour on snow, like water gun, and burn off in the cloudless smoke like that. Stand up feet, bang on the old bass drum. What a picture, up to the end, bum, 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 bum. Singing from me, bum, bum. The same thing happened long ago when man was in his prime. And what went on we only know from snaps he took at the time. When Adam and Eve in their birthday suits decided to get wed. As Adam was about to taste the fruit, the man with the camera said,
Hold it.
Holy flash bang, what a picture, think what a picture, what a photograph. Poor old Eve, there was nothing on, face all red, everything leaf gone crap. Stand your feet, hanging on the old bass drum. What a picture, up to the end, bum, 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 bum. Stick it in your family, album.
You've read it in the folio or seen it in the Shakespeare play, how Juliet fell for Romeo in the merry month of May. But as he climbed the orchard wall to greet his lady fair, as he tumbled, she began to wail as he travelled through the air.
Hold it.
Holy flash bang, what a picture, think what a picture, what a photograph. Poor young chap, what a nice head, tight so torn and drink your bed like that. Stand your feet, bang on the old bass drum. What a picture, up to the end, bum, 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 bum. Stick it in your family, album. Stick it in your family, stick it in your family, stick it in your family, album.
Tell me, young sir, where are these chests of gold and jewels that you said you would offer one for what daughter's hand in marriage?
Well, we left them at the king. They were far too heavy to carry.
Oh, glory be your majesty. Once Hartland is awake, they'll disappear in a trice.
Indeed. Oh, look, efficient ship. Hurry down to the key immediately. Take the palace guard. See if you will locate this young man's chests of gold and jewels. And I'm sure you will. Bring them back as soon as you can to the palace. And I suggest that you put them in the palace vault just for safekeeping.
Yes,
Yes, Your Majesty. Go on, on we go.
Fish.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Put a few coins aside for me before you put them in the vault.
What a surprise.
There's a good boy.
Yes, Your Majesty. Yeah.
Well, my sweetest, I think we were about to celebrate Aurora's birthday before we were sent to sleep. Oh, by the way, Haggis.
Yes, Your Majesty.
One thought, one told you to destroy all the spinning wheels. I'll see you later about the one that escaped.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Oh, now then, we were about to have a splendid party, but I think we need to have a better one. I think we need to have a state ball to celebrate the engagement of our dear daughter to this wonderful young man, Prince Laureate.
If I may be so bold, may I ask for the hand of this lady, Penelope, and make it a double celebration?
Why, of course, my dear Duke, she will make you a fine wife and a beautiful duchess.
A duchess? Did you hear that, nurse? I'm going to be a duchess.
Well, I just hope you make a better duchess than you do a nurse. And with her out of the way, all the gentlemen of the court will be mine.
Just get hold of that. Dear old Lord.
So quick.
You can't get anything right, can you?
Come here.
You've dropped on my foot 3 times already.
I could have that new dress.
Oh, my sweetest. You may have 100 new dresses. You may all have a new dress. We are going to visit.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
I do.
Chasing the girls around the square.
I do.
Who wants to try the Anchor's finest champagne?
Do I need champagne? Yes, again and again.
Who wants to visit Wood and Cook?
I do.
Get a signal there with one look.
I do.
Who wants a pantomime ready with song?
I do.
And I do.
And
We
can't
can't both be wrong.
Who wants to join the wealthy class?
I do.
Who wants both tragedy and farce?
I do.
Who wants to join in with the Short Mat Boat Club?
The Short Mat Bells Club, now that is the rub.
Who wants a free drink at the heart?
I do.
Who wants the carnival to start?
I do.
Who wants to live in Hartland for life?
I do.
And I do, for laughter there is rife.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
I do.
Have sons standing everywhere.
I do.
Who wants to dine down at the great Hartland Key?
Do I want the key? Yes, that is for me.
Who wants a banker with blank checks?
I do.
Who wants to dine with posh and Bex?
I do.
Who wants a life so rich and so flash?
I do.
And I do.
'Cause all we want is cash. Come along, everyone. Let's prepare for the ball this evening. Haggis,
Yes, Your Majesty.
run along to the kitchen and ask them to pop over to Honey's to go and order the biggest roasting ox they have available.
And the haunch of venison.
Oh, and haunch of venison.
And 2 sucking
Oh, and
pigs.
2 sucking pigs.
And 4 legs of lamb.
And 4 legs of lamb. Tonight is going to be a night to remember, and you're all invited. Oh, thank you, sir. I really am disappointed. I thought somebody at least, and you, thank you, sir, did say thank you, but you've left out Your Majesty. Now let's try to get to it. You are all invited. Thank you, Your Majesty. Is there anybody in more? You know, didn't hear that. Try again, dears. You are all invited.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Oh, that's much better. Oh, and by the way, vegetarians were awfully sorry, but you'll have to bring your own food. But of course you're used to that by now, aren't you?
Ah! The man in black!
Oh, dear!
The man in black is back! Nice and nasty! Ah! Did you think that I would let you get away with this happy ending? No, no, no. I have something much better in mind. You, Princess Aurora, and your mealy-mouthed Prince lollipop, or whatever your
Stop
name
at
is.
once, Gorgona. I foresaw your plan, and I have arranged a little something for you.
Not you again, fairy godmother. This is getting tiresome. You can never defeat Gorgona the gruesome.
I think I will,
Ah,
for I know of a power much greater than you, much greater than I, even more powerful than Bill Abbott and Bill Slee put together.
not.
Yes, Titania, queen of all the fairies.
Judy Dencher's doing this, you know. It is I, Titania, and you, Gorgona, are finished.
No, oh, big Titiana, please.
You must leave this spot and go to a place where your evil beings will be of no use, it says here.
Not the British Legion Club.
Oh, worse than that. You will spend the rest of your days down Hartland Quay putting gags on those bloody peacocks. Be gone!
I think he's really gone this time.
Oh, Titania! One owes you one.
Any time, Your Majesty.
Come along, everyone. Let us prepare for the ball.
I know my place. You don't need to hit me with your wand.
Oh, all right then. This time you can announce me by blowing that wretched instrument. Ladies and gentlemen, as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, out. It appears our show has come to a merry end, with happiness for the royal household. But wait a moment, who is this?
She's on. Hey, tell you what, Chips, I've been thinking.
You've been thinking that's a record in itself.
There's no need to be like that.
Well,
Well, why don't we try and see if we can make an extra bit of money out of this?
well, how are we going to do that?
Well, I don't know, think of something.
I know. How about if we get some extra tickets printed and then we could cash the extra money?
What? What? That's dishonest.
I
That's
know.
totally dishonest. And you're a true Heartlandian. I wouldn't have thought you were capable of that sort of
Oh,
dishonesty.
definitely.
But it's a damn good idea. Oh, yeah, I'll go along with that.
Right.
Tell you what we'll do. We'll nip down to Jamaica Press, because I think that's where they were all printed in the first place. We'll have a quick word with the manager. I understand, you cross his palm with silver or a bottle of whiskey or something, and he'll print some more tickets for you.
Right.
But then it doesn't matter if he doesn't, because Tony Manley will.
Oh, yes.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, David. Oh, David. Oh, Dial-A-Ride. I've been out for the day. Dial-A-Ride, sponsored by Piles of Us. Oh, I've had a bad day. A really bad day. Has anybody seen my two little nephews? They seem to be lost. Have you seen any little boys? They're where? Oh, no, they're not. Oh, no, they're not. Oh, yes, they are. Oh, you little rascals. They're good boys, really. This little lad. Oh, so sad. It was his birthday last week. And do you know what his granddad gave him? A wing mirror and 2 spark plugs. And this little boy, he never sees his mother. She's always out playing netball. It's true, isn't it? But really, they're very good. But I feel so sad. I think we ought to have a song, don't you? Do you think we could get some of these people to help us? Would you like to go and get some people for me? I want 3 gentlemen and 3 ladies. Oh, Amy, you're due for one. Come along. You've got to. Oh, here's a gentleman. Good, if you come and stand here. Oh, we've got another. Gosh, what a handsome man. Have we any ladies? There's a lady here. I'll come down. Come along. That's it. Now, are we nearly ready? No, we want one more lady, please. Would you like to go and stand between those 2 handsome men at the end? I'm sure you'll enjoy that. You come over here, you cheeky man. One more lady. Now, come along. Oh, here we are. Good. Well done. Good. Oh, I see Oxfam will be very trained. Right, you stand in the middle there. You come here. Right. Now I'm going to give you little cue boards to sing this song. Now, what does that say? Can you read? What does it say? Woof, woof. What does that one say? Clap, clap. What does that one say? And what does that one say? You're getting it, aren't you now? What does this one say? And what does that one say? This is a special animal. I'll tell you about that later. But we need to have some movement in this. So the gentleman will sing that one, and that one, and that one, and the ladies will sing that one, and that one, and that one. Put it the right way up in here. So when we have the gentleman singing, I want loud woof, woof. Let's have a try, gentlemen. Hold the bed. That's better. Now what about this one? Ladies? Little action though, I think. Cluck, cluck. Come along, cluck, cluck. Come along, use your arms. What about this one, gentlemen? Moo. Put the horns up there. Moo. We want those horns up. Come along, gentlemen. Yes? That's it. Oh, well, oh, it's a star down here. What about this one? But ducks waddle, so we must go quack, quack. Come along. Come along, Jean. A bit of quacking. Now this one, gentlemen. But sheep are always frightened and they look one way and the other. So we go bar, bar here and a bar, bar there. And what about this one? Ladies, and what do pigs have? Curly tails. So I want you to go oink, oink, oink. Right, are we ready then? Now old Vic Goman had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a dog, E-I-E-I-O. Gentlemen, with a woof, woof. Woof, woof. Here, there. Oh, hold it, hold it. Put a bit of effort into it. We've been rehearsing this for 6 or 9 months. With a woof woof here, please. Madam, with a woof woof here. And a woof woof there. Here a woof, there a woof, everywhere a woof woof. Not bad. a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some hens. Ladies, with a cluck, cluck here and a cluck, cluck there. Here a cluck, there a cluck, everywhere a cluck, cluck. Woof, woof here and a woof, woof there. Come on. Both these farmers had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Now old Pete Littlejohn had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, gentlemen, and on that farm he had a cow, E-I-E-I-O, with a moo here and a moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo, cluck, cluck here and a cluck, cluck there, here a cluck, there a cluck, everywhere a cluck, cluck, woof, woof here and a woof, woof there, here a woof, there a woof, everywhere a woof, woof. Oh, these farmers had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Now old John Walters had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, ladies, and on that farm he had a duck, E-I-E-I-O, with quack, quack here, a quack, quack there, here a quack, there a quack, everywhere a quack, quack, moo, moo, here, moo, moo, there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo, moo, cluck, cluck here and a cluck, cluck there, here a cluck, there a cluck, everywhere a cluck, gentlemen, woof, woof here, woof, woof there, here a woof, there a woof, everywhere a woof, woof. Now Dennis Goman had a farm, and on that farm he had some sheep, gentlemen, with a bar here and a bar there, here a bar, there a bar, everywhere a bar, quack, quack here and a quack, quack there, here a quack, there a quack, everywhere a quack, quack, moo, moo here and a moo, moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo, moo, cluck, cluck here and a cluck, cluck there, here a cluck, there a cluck, everywhere a cluck, cluck, woof, woof here, woof, woof there, here a woof, there a woof, everywhere a woof, woof. These farmers had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Now Morris Hayward had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Ladies, and on that farm he had some pigs, E-I-E-I-O. With an oink here and an oink there, here an oink, there an oink, everywhere an oink, bar here and a bar there, here a bar, there a bar, everywhere a bar, quack, quack here, quack, quack there, here a quack, there a quack, everywhere a quack, quack, moo, moo here and a moo, moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo, cluck, cluck here and a cluck, cluck there, here a cluck, there a cluck, everywhere a cluck, cluck, woof, woof here, woof, woof there, here a woof, there a woof, everywhere a woof, woof. All these farmers had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Now, the man from Defra came to look, E-I-E-I-O, to check each farm against his book. E-I-E-I-O. All together with a tap, tap here and a tap, tap there. Here a tap, there a tap, everywhere a tap, tap. Oink, oink here and an oink, oink there. Here a oink, there a oink. Gentlemen, now then, bar, bar here and a bar there. Here a bar, there a bar, everywhere a bar. Quack, quack here and a quack, quack there. Here a quack, there a quack, everywhere a quack, quack. Moo, moo here and a moo, moo there. Here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo, moo, cluck, cluck here and a cluck, cluck there. Here a cluck, there a cluck, everywhere a cluck, cluck. Woof, woof here and woof, woof there. Here a woof, there a woof, everywhere a woof, woof. All these farmers kept their farm. E-I-E-I-O. Round of applause for them. Well, oh, that was fun, wasn't it? Oh, Oh, yes. I see one or two people that had problems with. Yes. You were in trouble, weren't you, Dorian? I heard you clucking when you should have been quacking. And Julia, you were moo-mooing when you should have been barbaring. We're not going to have any of that nonsense. Anyway, I've been shopping, and I've got my dress for the ball. Would you like to see it? Yes. Well, I'm not going to show you. I've had it flown in from Macy's. Would you really like to see it? Yes. No, I'm not going to show you. What I'd like to do is for you two boys to go home and get me some tea. Can you put the kettle on? And on your way, perhaps you'll give all these singers a little gift of thanks for all the work they've done. Well done. Off you go, and I'll see you later. Now, I was going to tell you some village gossip, but I don't suppose you want to hear the gossip, do you? Yes. You do? Oh, right. Well, it all happened today. Well, I was going into Barnstaple, or as they say around these parts, Barnstable. And I was going with my friend Felicity. Do you know Felicity? Oh, she's a lovely woman, when she's sober. Well, before we went there, I said, well, I've got to pop down to the post office to get my pension. I can see you don't believe me, Daphne, but I am old enough to have a pension. So I popped in. Have you been in the post office recently? Been taken over by the Welsh party, I think. Well, Taffy was at the front of the queue, and I heard Marilyn saying, push it in, push it in. I thought, what are they up to? She said, now 4 digits and enter. Well, he didn't know what he was doing, and then he burst out laughing, and he said, Oggy, oggy, oggy. And we all went, oink, oink, oink. Oggy, 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 oink, oink, oink. Bill. Oh, we did have a laugh. It even woke Linda up, and she fell off her stool. Well, then I had to go along to the pop-in to check on these pantomime tickets. And I thought, give me a chance to see Big Al. Well, I went in, and he was dealing in the corner. I think he was looking after his hobnobs or something, I'm not quite sure. But then the voice of she who must be obeyed heralded me from across the till. Come here, Hortensia, she said. Come and look at our photographs of our trip to Egypt. Well, you know what it is. It was, this is Alan and me at the St. Paul, this is Alan and me at the pyramids, this is Alan and me up the pyramids, this is Alan round the pyramids. It was terribly boring, but I thought, well, I'll be polite. So I said to her, oh, that's a lovely one of you and Alan. And she looked at me and said, I took that one. That's Alan standing next to the Sphinx. But how was I to know? So anyway, my friend Felicity came and rescued me, and off we went. And she said, do you want me to drive? I said, oh, no. She drives so slowly. From Hartland Square up to Metford Cross, we've only just got the handbrake off. The other day we were going along into Bideford, and we were overtaken by Lindsay Allen on a horse. Silly old nag. Mind you, the horse was quite nice. Well, we got into Barnstable, and I walked along to the Royal Fortescue. I was going to drop in there for some coffee, but I looked in the window, and there was a card school going on in there. There was Mary Goman, Gwen Dennis, Annie Hurd. I knew it was Mary Goman because I recognised the green eye shade as she dealt out the cards. So I thought, well, I'm not going to get caught up with that. So I then trotted along the high road, and I ran into Beryl Lewis coming out of the chemist's. I said, Beryl, what's the matter? She said, well, I've had trouble with Dom. So I said, well, what have you got? So she said, I've bought some Niagara. I said, don't you mean Viagra? She said, no, it's an American product. Niagara, it produces bigger and better results. I said, well, how do you know about it? She said, well, her friend Audrey told her. She said she tried it with Cyril, and after 3 tablets, his breathing was so heavy it blew the top off his inhaler. I went on down the road and ran into Rod Fulton. Do you know Rod? You know Rod? He's a pilot. Oh, he can enter my flight path any day of the week. Well, he said he'd had trouble with his wife Rose. Do you remember Rose? I told you about, she had trouble with her water about 3 years ago. Remember? I told you. Well, he said that she was so upset, they'd come back from a cruise, lucky them, people who can afford cruises, well, they'd come back from a cruise and they'd found that the freezer had broken and the whole place was awash with soya milk and tofu. And it upset Rose so much, she had a headache, she had a shoulder ache, she had an arm ache, her back hurt, her leg hurt. You know Rose well, don't you? Yes. Rod said, I don't know what to do. He said, I've sent her to the chiropractor, to the osteopath, to the homeopath. I'm sending her next week to the psychopath. He said, I may have to remortgage the house and take out a loan so she can have a pamper day up at Down House. So I wandered on through, and it was getting late, and I didn't want to leave Felicity in the cork and bottle for too long, because 2 milk stouts and, anybody. So I popped along to the library, because I wanted to change my book. And a funny thing happened. In the front of the queue was Sue MacDonald. Do you know Sue MacDonald? Nice girl, funny husband, but nice girl. But she was arguing with the librarian. I heard her saying, I want that book, I must have that book. And the librarian was saying, well, I'm sorry, it's been reserved. She said, who's reserved it? She said, a Mrs. Valerie Goman. So I thought, this is going to be interesting. So she said, well, I don't care what Valerie Goman's ordered, I want that book. And I was so intrigued, I thought, what is the book? And do you know what it was? First Steps in Sewing. I went into the pannier market, saw the prices. Derek was collecting. I think it was for the lifeboat or something. And he had his tin. I don't think he'd had a good morning because he was rattling his tin. And he said, Hortensia, Hortensia, I appeal to you, I appeal to you. I said, with those shorts and those knees, you certainly don't. Well, Ruth. It is Ruth, isn't it? Funny woman. She was walking around the pannier market with a cake. And she was saying 50p to guess how many currants there are in it. I thought, well, if anything like the one I bought at the coffee morning, there'll be very few and they'll all be at the bottom. But anyway, I mustn't stand here talking to you. I've got to go and find a man to go to the ball tonight. Wonder who it could be. Oh, Haggis. Just the man I want. Come with me, I've got a date for you.
On the other hand, you're so lucky to have met me. Do you think you could be happy with me? I could be happy with you. I could be happy with you if you could be happy with me. I'd be contented to live anywhere. What would I care as long as you were there? Skies may not always be blue, but one thing is clear as can be. I know that I could be happy with you, my darling, if you could be happy with me. Now hurry, or we should be late for the ball.
Well, that was a success, wasn't it?
Jolly
Look at
good,
that.
wasn't it?
Look at that. A few bobs worth there. I didn't realise Tony Manley was quite as gullible as that.
Yes, he was. Now we're going to have a share out.
Yeah, we'll have a share out in a minute. But I shudder to think what the doorman's going to say when that rough old lot from Eastdown Park
I
and the
know.
Greenwoods trying to get in. But I couldn't care less because we're not going to be there,
Right,
are we?
well, come on then,
Right.
let's have some of this money.
Okay then, right, here we go. We'll have a share out. That's one for you, one for me, 2 for you, 2 for me, 3 for you, and 3 for me.
Just a minute.
What?
You've got more money than I have.
Well, of course I have. I'm collecting it, aren't
No,
I?
look, we could have a share out. Come on, do it again.
Well, all
Do
right.
it
Give us
again.
that lot. Give us that lot back, and we'll have another go. All right? Right. You ready this time? Right. One for you.
Me.
One for me. Two for you.
Me.
Two for me. Three for you. And three
You've
for me.
still got more than I have.
No, I
Let me
haven't.
see.
No, no. It's all mine. It's all mine.
At last, the stage to myself. You all know I'd make a better haggis, don't you? Yes! What was that? I can't hear you. Yes! I'm imitating haggis, by the way, if you didn't get that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let us go to the ball.
Members of the court.
Titania!
Ichabod and Basil.
The berries!
Gorgona's envoys.
Gorgona! The Duke and Duchess of Castano.
Igor and Queen Spendelot.
Fish and chips.
Royal Family. Nurse Hortensia.
Prince Laureate and Princess Aurora.
even tell you why.
Fools give you reasons, wise men never try.
Some enchanted evening,
Some enchanted evening,
when you find your true love,
when you find your true love,
when you feel her call you
across a crowded room, then fly to her side and make her your own. All through your life you may dream alone.
Once you have found her, never let her go.
Once you have found her, never let her go.
All lined up in a special group, here we are for the photograph. We're all dressed up in dashing clothes and trying not to laugh. Since the early caveman in his birth took a trip to Gretna Green, there's always been a photographer to record the happy scene.
Oh, they flash round, what a picture, what a picture, what a photograph. Poor old Tom, one was done, out of nothing without a snub black man. Stand up your feet, hang on your face down. What a picture, up to the end, bum, 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 bum. Stealing family album.
The same thing happened long ago when man was in his prime. And what went on we only know from snaps he took at the time. When Adam and Eve in their birthday suit decided to get wet. As Adam was about to taste the fruit, the man with the camera said,
Holding a hand, what a picture, what a picture, what a photograph. Poor old Eve, they're not wrong, they're so red and picnic from Hartland. Stamp your feet, hang on your face down. What a picture, up to the end, bum, 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 bum. Stealing family album.
You read it in the folio or seen in Shakespeare play, how Juliet fell for Romeo in the merry month of May. But as he climbed the orchard wall to reach his lady fair, as he tumbled, she began to wail, as he travelled through the air.
Oh, they flashed like what a picture, what a picture, what a photograph. Poor old John, well said, that's so cold and regular black man. Stamp your feet, hang on your face down. What a picture, up to the end, bum, 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 bum. Stealing family album. Stealing family, stealing family, stealing family album.
Just to say that I am available for children's parties and bar mitzvahs.
Oh, no, he isn't!
Some words of thanks when I get my voice back. When you put something on like this, there are lots of people who actually don't get your applause, like we didn't. So I just want, very quickly, I won't keep you from your martinis and a pint of IPA, please, Dave, as soon as you get there, please. Up in the lighting box, there are Richard and his 4 young henchmen, Liam and Anthony and Shane and Jamie, who have given us the lighting piece. And the mums and the wives who have been ferrying the children to rehearsals since September. Yes, this pantomime had the longest gestation period of an elephant. and have been trying to keep control of them up in the gun room. So they will never be seen, but our thanks to them. It would have been impossible. To Messrs. Ralph and Price. Mr. Ralph lent us the Great Wall of China that you can see up the sides, and Derek and his trailer transported it. So without that, we would not have had this magnificent set. And of course, our supremely talented musical director, Debbie Body. Who managed to give us all the right notes, if not necessarily in the right order. And of course, to the man without whom this would have been absolutely impossible. So blame him, for God's sake, not us. Patrick not only wrote the script, well, the bits that we didn't sort of deviate from, but he has spent more time in this parish hall than he has at Heskett for the past fortnight. And the man's patience is absolutely legendary. He was dealing with all these children, bless them, without tearing his hair. But you have an advantage in that, of course. But so to Patrick, without whom it would be absolutely impossible, our thanks. Finally, to you. You have braved the cold and 2 hours on parish hall chairs. Thank you very much indeed. I would reiterate what I said in the programme. If a Hartland pantomime is not to be as rare as Halley's Comet, we do need new members. We're all getting old.
Speak for yourself.
We need some people here who cannot remember rationing. So please come and join us, because we do desperately want to put on another pantomime. On behalf of everybody here, may I thank you for your attendance. Safe journey home. See you in 3 years' time.